Everyone wants you to fill in the holes, so you have them furious. The moment has come to correct the record. You're taking charge of your own story since the rumors and conjecture have lasted long enough. Everyone has been attempting to categorize you, label you, and give you your narrative. They are annoyed because you don't agree with what they believe to be true. Their rage simply indicates that they find it intolerable that they are not in charge of the discussion and that you have something worthwhile to discuss. Stop allowing other people to tell you what is true. No more being silent while they talk over you. Here's your chance to take charge and fully control your tale, eliminating any possibility of misunderstanding. Today, the record is put straight, and you're doing it the way you want it to be. Bold, straightforward, and totally genuine. It wasn't a haphazard trip through this desert of deceit. It was preparation for every tear shed and every night spent wondering why they made others turn against you. Getting ready for this. Experiences are not wasted by the cosmos. Rather, they are converted into fuel for your predetermined purpose. They believed you were easy prey, a lamb to be killed, a sacrifice for their ego altar when they first started to act against you. They made a grave calculation error. The heavenly barrier that surrounds you and is invisible to others whose eyes are clouded by jealousy is what they missed. Your spiritual awakening was more than simply personal development. It was the real-time forging of cosmic armor, tempered in the furnace of misfortune and hammered into unbreakable strength on the anvil of adversity. The emptiness of their spirits was all that was seen when their efforts to make you seem shallow failed horribly. The shards of your force field bounced back to slash their reputations, shattering those rumor campaigns that portrayed you as the villain. The times they tried to make sure you didn't get any love or support backfired more than they could have imagined, because now, look at you, impenetrable, unbowed, and untouchable. Take a look at how they rushed to turn people against you. Examine how they misrepresented facts, used deceptive language, and made up situations in order to isolate themselves from the people they cared about. However, they never realized that, from a cosmic viewpoint, distance is just an illusion. No matter what obstacles are put in their way, physical, mental, or psychological, souls who are intended to connect will connect. Their weaponry couldn't even come close to capturing you after your spiritual enlightenment. When your raised field came into touch with them, their sharpest jabs, their most poisonous comments, and their most planned attacks all vanished. You may recall the moment you said, "If only I knew then what I know now." However, you were always under the protection of forces so great and old that they existed before time itself. The cosmic truth was in harmony with your heart. They had swords and you held out olive branches. While others harbored resentment, you tried to mend. Whereas they wanted only turmoil and capitulation, you wanted a pleasant settlement. They were also unable to play ball, because they only know conflict, only flourish in chaos, and only live in opposition to light. They rejected the game of peace. While they've been using their lips to dig their own graves, you've been stepping up time and time again. Letter by letter, they have been writing their own cosmic obituaries with each false charge, each fabricated story, and each contrived situation. Payment is now due for the cosmic debt that was generated by each of their lies. The interest has been mounting for years, and the universal collectors have arrived to collect what is due. Someone is now getting close to your orbit. Someone whose eyes are opening and blinking away the deceptive film that has obscured their vision for so long. Someone whose spiritual GPS has finally adjusted to your coordinates. Someone who has been fed false information about you for years. Falsehood after deliberate lie. Poison drop after poison drop. They either didn't know any better or had no other option, so they swallowed it. They found themselves in the gray region, straddling the boundary between universes and versions of reality, caught between opposing forces. However, the cosmic alignment has changed. The universal tumblers are now in their proper position. The spiritual climate has shifted. They are now aware of the contradictions in the information they have been given, the story's emptiness, and the lies behind it all. It causes an unavoidable pain in their spiritual gut, just like bad food. And they're attracted to you like a celestial body dragged by gravity, like a moth to the soul, real flame in a world of fake lights, or like iron to a magnet. They follow your truth when their intuition emerges. Slowly, but gradually, the curtain lowers to expose the sincere bond that was always intended. A deep feeling of clarity is brought about by this awakening, as the clear rivers of awareness sweep away years of miscommunication. The cosmos works together to bring together spirits who are meant to be together. They must know, and they want to know. "Will you please break it down and explain it to me?" is the first question that emerges in their minds, forming like a planet out of cosmic dust. It pierces their lips, burning them from the inside out and demanding release. And you'll have your chance when they ask the question and unlock Pandora's box. You have been waiting for this moment since the beginning of time. This is the time to correct the record. This is a serious matter. This isn't a casual discussion. This is not the gratification of idle inquiry. Rumors, muttered behind cued hands, are not what this is. Petty retaliation on a cold platter of pleasure is not what this is. This is the ultimate kind of cosmic repair. After years of purposeful misalignment, this is restoring the universal components to their proper position. This is the truth reclaiming its proper position in the narrative, after being marginalized for far too long. This is what you've been waiting for. For years, your sword of truth has been in a resting place, sheathed but not forgotten, silent but not dulled, just waiting for someone to ask, "What's been going on? What really happened?" And now, that moment is coming with the certainty that the tides will follow the moon, the absoluteness of the seasons changing in their appointed time, and the inevitability of dawn following night. Now, take a look at yourself. Take a peek. You don't even look like the person they attempted to destroy. You have undergone several spiritual initiation furnaces. You've done really well on examinations. Your body, mind, and spirit have all been purified. And when people look at you today, what do they see? Someone whose brightness is dazzling when they've been maturing quickly, absorbed by their own bitterness. Someone who hasn't aged a day. Someone who seems to have gotten younger. You have been climbing. The curtain between realms has been restored by you. Your ties to higher worlds have been reinforced. You now act as a link between several dimensions. The weight of creation itself is carried by your thoughts, prayers, and affirmations. They are enchanted. They alter the world around you. For the last 5 years, you have had heavenly assistance. Every action you've performed has been directed by invisible, yet powerful forces. Your glow-up is multifaceted and not just physical. It spreads across the realms of reality, and it is the reason they are furiously angry. Please, note that this message is solely for those who receive the call. I discovered the horrifying reality as I emerged from the Salvia Divinorum Gateway. Our world is only one harvested pod out of many matrices. You already know this fact, don't you? I saw the Archons, cosmic parasites who suck on human energy, laugh and threaten. You'll never awaken a single soul. That persistent feeling that you've been selected, that you're intended for more? I'm assembling the most intelligent people into an army. Their coherence via unconditional love is their one weakness, which I learned about through meditation. Now, feel that resonance growing inside of you. This isn't just something you happen to read. The Obsidian Inner Order, the top ascension nexus for those marked by destiny, is already assembling the most potent awakened souls. This group consists of Christians, lightworkers, remote viewers, and targeted people who are all bound together by the same truth. You were selected for this time. In the description below, click the link, participate in our live broadcasts, panels, and group calls to reach the whole astral atom network. Our frequency is boosted by yours. Will you answer the call? That's the question, not whether you're selected. You are going to make a decision that the Archons dread. They should. These relationships weren't arbitrary. They were commitments made before your feet even set foot on this planet. They were put in charge of trying to test your determination by always trying to outdo you, trying to overshadow your wedding, promotion, or pregnancy announcement. Some of you consider mothers, mothers-in-law, siblings, and siblings-in-law to be family. Others see it as the workplace, where co-workers, superiors, and subordinates are vying for your ideas. They put themselves in the way of your relationships with those you care about. To keep such relationships from thriving, they established barriers. Do you recall that buddy, that nephew, that niece, or that brother that turned on you? There was someone deliberately trying to make sure they would never be able to learn from you, get your guidance, or gain from your experience. And why? Because they couldn't bear the idea of other people being illuminated by your brightness. The time for restoration has arrived. The universe has decided it's time to make amends. They are being cosmically steered back into your orbit, those who were kept away from you. When they get there, you will have the chance to be the mentor, instructor, and mentor they've always needed. Clearing your name is just one aspect of this. Another is carrying out your cosmic duty as a lighthouse for others who are lost in the dark. Now more than ever, they need you. They are disoriented. They have a broken compass. They are looking for guidance and the truth. Do you not see? Your holy pact includes this. You came here to accomplish this, to create room for those who are waking, even when it seemed inconceivable that they would ever do so. To be true to yourself despite the world's attempts to make you question it. Silence is no longer an option. The world is telling you to express your truth, not asking nicely. The frequencies in your voice have the power to alter, heal, and restore. Reality itself sways to fit your words when you speak from the heart. When someone says, "Don't burn that bridge," you will reply, "The bridge isn't even there." When someone warns you, "That's risky," you will stand steadfastly in the understanding that you are so encircled by love and protected by God that risk no longer pertains to your experience. This moment is yours to earn. You've earned the right to correct the information. Don't compromise your truth in order to appease others. Don't try to make your experience more agreeable by watering it down. Talk with the authority of someone who has survived a fire and come out on the other side. Your experience is no longer limited by earlier restrictions. Your previous set of rules has been revised. Few people can access the frequency you're running on, and even fewer can maintain it. For you, the curtain between worlds has become thinner. What was concealed is now exposed. It is now feasible to achieve what was before unattainable. Your actual power, the power that has always been yours but was momentarily dormant, is being accommodated by the expansion of your energy field. Some will be attracted to you, and others will turn away when they see you moving in this new frequency. Both responses are acceptable. The light you now represent is not for everyone. The reality you now stand for is too strong for everyone. You have caused waves across dimensions with your inner labor. Ancestral lines were repaired when you healed yourself. You lighted the darkness of the collective when you confronted your shadow. Beyond your unique experience, your personal path has cosmic ramifications. Your words have the power to materialize. With them, be deliberate. Recognize their influence. Since the distance between idea and manifestation has shrunk for you in particular, everything you say now swiftly becomes reality. Your vindication is being confirmed by the cosmos via unavoidable synchronicity. Angel number 222 shows up when you need comfort. Angel number 333 serves as a reminder that you are surrounded and supported by heavenly energies. Justice is not only coming, it is now here, traveling across realms to become tangible. These are not random. They are cosmic Morse code reminding you, stay the course. Cosmic order is being restored by truth and clarity. Universal law is firmly correcting what was out of balance. They are unable to keep their skeletons buried in the closet because forces outside of their control are forcing the doors open. They are methodically exposing their falsehoods. Their plots are failing miserably. Every nefarious scheme they devise to harm you is burning in their face. With more strength and clarity than ever before, you are about to take off for your future. While others fight gravity, you will rise with ease, like an eagle riding thermal currents. Your developed beginner's mind, new outlook, and receptiveness to possibilities will take you to places they can't ever dream of. You will enable those who are looking for your truth to see through the thorns. Through their wildness, you will light the way. Through difficulties that might otherwise overwhelm them, you will serve as their confidant, counselor, and beacon of hope. They will have hope for the future because to you, you'll open their eyes to options they've been trained to ignore. By doing this, you accomplish a portion of your mission, which was to awaken others to their own potential, truth, and divine essence. This is the ideal storm that aligns everything, not the storm you were afraid of. In reality, what seemed to be anarchy was exact cosmic choreography. In reality, what seemed like abandonment was protection. What seemed to be rejection turned out to be redirection. You have multitudes that would overwhelm them in their depth, despite their accusation that you are shallow. You are just reluctant to compromise your truth in a society that deals in falsehoods, despite the fact that they called you tough. They portrayed you as the bad guy. But time, the most truthful of observers, has shown who was really hiding behind that mask the whole time. The mask has fallen off, revealing the face below for everyone to see. Take a look at your glorious ascent. Take a look at how totally you have changed. What they meant to destroy you became the basis for your resurrection. The cocoon of your transformation was what they intended to be your prison. You have the ability of a cosmic alchemist to transform suffering into strength. With the accuracy of a global surgeon, you are turning wounds into knowledge. Your whole life is being alchemized from carbon to diamond, from mortal to divine, and from base metal to spiritual gold. And once this process has started, there is nothing at all that they can do to stop it. They may as well attempt to stop the moon from dragging the tides or the sun from rising. The training wheels have been removed. The program for cosmic training has over. You have graduated with the highest honors from the spiritual boot camp. You are no longer constrained by fictitious limits and are now functioning with full access to your skills, insights, and divine connection. Make good use of it, but make aggressive use of it. Use it carefully, but use it all at once. Remain steadfast in your truth like a mountain fighting a windstorm when they try to convince you with their false tales. Stay rooted in the present, the only moment that has ever really existed, as they try to dig out the past. Above all, keep in mind that you were picked for this, even whether they use subtle poisoning or overt attempts to make you doubt your value. They explicitly called your name. Your soul was carefully chosen. In all of existence, your energy signature is unique. Your particular frequency is resonant in all dimensions. Certain areas of life that might otherwise be dark are illuminated by your unique brightness. Everyone comes to the yard to drink your milkshake, and they are clamoring for the recipe. However, words cannot teach it. It cannot be imitated to reproduce it. Observation cannot be used to steal it. Because it is you, the essence of who you are condensed into form. It is the distinct cosmic flavor that only you can possess. So talk, with the thunder of the old gods, speak your truth. Declare your reality with global law's assurance. Fill in the gaps they have been fighting to keep empty or filled with their lies, the spaces they have been so determined to dominate. Correct the record. using the authority of someone who has earned the right to be heard by hardship, tenacity, and unshakable devotion to a greater good. Now feel the strength surging inside you. Before lightning strikes, feel it building up like storm clouds. You can feel it pulsing through your blood, throbbing in your cells and vibrating in your bones. This is more than just your own strength. It is a cosmic force that is directing itself through you and utilizing you as its voice, conduit, and vessel in this world. They can feel what's coming, which is why they're furious. Even with their spiritual antennas blunted, they are still able to sense the seismic changes taking place in the invisible worlds. They see their meticulously crafted stories collapsing like sandcastles in the face of an approaching flood, the roof collapsing, the walls sagging, the foundations trembling, the illusion fading, the deceit vanishing. They are aware that their house of cards will entirely fall apart once you speak, and ultimately reveal what really transpired, leaving them vulnerable in the wreckage of their own creation. Let them burn. Let them be angry. Allow the impotent rage of those who realize they've lost control to boil over them. Their rage is not something to be feared, but rather should be seen for what it is, a sign that you are on the right track toward your goals. Their opposition is evidence that you are uprooting systems that needed to be uprooted, breaking patterns that needed to be disrupted, and deconstructing structures that needed to be dismantled.